Well, good morning, and I'm glad you could join us today for the Cannon County Chamber Connection. And here we are in April. And first of all, I want to thank DTC for giving us this opportunity to showcase our county, because I like doing that, and I like our county to be out there and the people to know the things that we do here and the things that we don't do. I've even told you about a few of those. All right, here we are, Easter, and the bunny's on his way. Since Easter is on Sunday, the 5th, everybody's mowing their grass and so that he can hide the eggs, and everybody can come over and find them. You know, I never understood why they had a bunny as a representative for Easter, and he's hiding chicken eggs. I've never understood that, but it works, and everybody likes it, so it's okay. We hope the weather plays nice for this event, because right now we've got warm days coming on, which I am so glad that that's happening, but we also have some other days that sneak in there that aren't so warm and lots of storms, so maybe it'll all work together. Maybe the Easter Bunny and Mother Nature will get together and work things out. I don't know, but we just hope you all have a very happy Easter. We do have guests with us today. First, we have Angel Cantrell here, and I'll let you tell what you're in charge of and what your title is.
All right. I am the director of the Cannon Coalition. Here in Cannon County, a lot of times we go into our schools to educate our youth on substances and misuse about those substances. We also host community trainings to educate our residents, and we like to be able to use ourselves as a resource hub to connect any of our Cannon County residents with any resources that they may need.
Okay. Well, that's good, but you have 2 events that are coming up this month that you're involved in. I don't know that you're over them, but you're involved in them. One of them is the Day of Hope.
It is. It's the Day of Prevention, Recovery, and Hope, and it will be on April 11th at the Cannon County Square. This is the 3rd annual event that we are having, and what the event is for is we bring in resources from all over Cannon County, as well as Cannon serving organizations, to try and provide those resources to our families. And in addition, we know that a lot of our families have children, and it's sometimes hard to talk to people when your children are going, "Hey mom, hey dad." So this year we are going to have a bouncy house, which was donated to us through the Plainview Baptist Church. And so we are going to have a bouncy house for the children, and we are also going to have food. And I think I might have forgotten to mention that everything at this event is free. We do not charge for any portion of it, the food or the activities. And in addition to that, we will have the National Guard's stashed away trailer there as well, and it's set up as a room for parents to go in to get educated about youth and substances as well. So, and that is also free. And then our second event that we have is Drug Take Back. It is on April 25th at Woodbury Drug Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that means that it's time, again, Cannon County, to clear out your medicine cabinets. It means that if you have any unused, unwanted, or expired medication, you can grab those medications out of your cabinet, come on down to the drug center, and you can drop them off anonymously. I can't even get my words out right. We accept medicated ointments, lotions, pills, and any packaging. We also accept over-the-counter medications as well as pet medications. So if you have pets that were prescribed pain medications or anything like that that you are no longer using for your fur babies, then drop them off as well. The only things that we cannot take at the moment, we cannot take blood blood sugar equipment like sharps and needles.
Right.
We don't have a container to dispose of those. We do not take back IV bags or thermometers or any kind of infectious waste or personal care products like shampoos or lotions or anything like that, unless it's prescribed.
Let me ask you this, and I had someone ask me this. They didn't feel good about bringing their prescription bottles because it has their name and everything on it. If they have pills they want to get rid of, can they just put them all in a Ziploc bag
They can.
and bring them that no matter what they are?
They can.
Okay.
And I do want to highlight the fact that our last drug take back was in October
Right.
of 2025. And in January, it was reported to me that we had disposed of a total of 158.1 pounds of medication from Cannon County.
That's amazing.
It
I mean,
is.
really, you're
It is.
talking about pills.
It is medications
Tubes.
that are no longer out there for accidental overdoses, misuse, or even accidental poisonings.
Yeah.
So, and on top of that, I think it's amazing that Cannon County comes together. We do this twice a year in April and October, and since the beginning, Cannon County has disposed of 1,932.9 pounds of medication.
That's 10 of me. Can you imagine that? 1,000, how
No.
much was it again?
1,932.9.
1,900 pounds of medication.
Between, and additionally, if you cannot make it to the actual drug take back itself, I do want to highlight, we do have permanent drop box locations at the Woodbury City Police Department as well as the Sheriff's Department. So you can go anytime throughout the year and drop those off.
And you wonder how many pounds get dropped off at those locations every year too.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You know?
Yes.
That's a lot of drugs. That's a lot of pills. I can't say that's a lot of lotion because prescribed lotion, but we just don't know that.
It's a lot of medications. So I am, way to go, Cannon County. I want to highlight
Well,
that.
everybody has those.
Yeah.
I have some too.
Yeah.
I found one, they'd been up there for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I thought, what did I take this for?
We also provide lock boxes as well to keep those medications safe. They're also free of charge. We don't charge for any of that. And so like randomly throughout the year when we get prescription medications in my home, if some are expired or if we're no longer using them, I drop them in my drug take back lock box. And so I know come drug take back, these are all the medications that I'm taking to our event. So
Right.
I just want to highlight that as well if anybody's in need of. We also have pill minders that are drop proof. So when you drop them, your pills don't fall out and end up mixing together or anything like that. We have those. We have locking caps, lock boxes, and all of it is free to Cannon County.
All right. See? This is a good thing, y'all.
And the day of prevention, hope, and recovery, I can't put out a tip jar. We don't charge, right? So it's free.
We don't
So-
charge. We always accept donations, but we don't
Okay.
charge.
So I'll put a donation jar next to my DJ table.
Yeah, I mean, you can do
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do
Donations
that. It's okay.
accepted.
Why are they tipping you?
He's our DJ.
I'm gonna play
He's
DJ
gonna be
for this
playing
event,
music
yeah.
and we're gonna have speakers as well at that event. So
Right.
I hope everybody can make it out. It's gonna be
Well, I
wonderful.
think this is a good thing. I do. And I think the drug take back is a great thing.
I absolutely.
And they always seem to have a good turnout for that. They really do.
We have done good, especially there are a lot of residents that just didn't know about it.
There
So
is.
being able to let them know about it, and if you see any of these little cards hanging around, this has all the information on what we will accept
Give me
and what
one, though. Will you
we
give
do
me more than
not,
one?
and it has information on where it is and when, and they stay the same every year, so everybody knows come that time, that's what it is.
Right.
So go through your cabinets.
Carolyn, I want to say something about that because I
Okay.
did take some medication and you don't even have to get out of your vehicle.
Uh-uh.
No.
I think some people
drive-through.
It's a drive-through, which I was surprised, and I think that's very convenient. And I think a lot of people think, well, I don't want to get out and have to go in, and where am I going to drop it? But I mean, they will come right to your car and just
take it.
You'll see us posted up right out there in front of the pharmacy. We usually have a table with some lock boxes, and as soon as someone pulls in, we head to the vehicle.
And they have a little drive around.
Right.
The drugstore does, so it's easy to get in and easy to get out.
Thank you. I didn't even think about highlighting that part.
Yeah.
Well, it is, because a lot of people think, I'll get blocked in and then I won't be able to get out.
Or I don't know, about going in or whatever.
We're not there to ask any questions or anything like that. It's completely anonymous. You just drop it off and go.
So if you've got a pain medicine that you're not taking anymore, well, like I say, this person, though, what they were concerned about that asked me about it was they didn't want to give their bottles where their name was on it and all their, the information that comes on the label. So you can just get a Ziploc bag and pour them all in there and take that down there.
You can put your name on the Ziploc bag and say how long.
Put your name anywhere.
It's anonymous. You do not have to do that.
Most of the people, though, that come through with their prescription medication, they come in with bags, like Walmart bags
They'll
or
put
something
all
like
of
that.
their stuff into, we've seen drop all of them into a Walmart bag, tie it up, and just hand the bag over.
We ought to have a little contest, though, because what they do is these guys, when we collect the medication, we put it in a barrel anyway, right?
Yes,
so
they go
what we
into
ought to do
barrels.
is have people drive through and try to shoot their medicine into the barrel.
Sometimes, Keith, I'd just like to hit you. I don't know why.
I get that response from quite a few people.
I'm sure you do.
So you're not the only one.
I'm sure you do. Okay. What else do you guys do through the year?
Oh, what we do want to mention something. Every month we have a monthly meeting.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Every month it's the second Thursday of every month from 11 to 12. We have a monthly members meeting at the Woodbury Lions Club where usually we have speakers coming to talk or a training as well. And then we kind of have discussions about what's going on in the community and how everyone can come together to help one another. It's free to join the coalition. We do not charge for that either. All you have to do is show up.
Yep, and you're automatically a member. You don't even have to put your name down on a roll. Members meeting. Yeah, we just say community. We should say community.
Well, they
meeting,
send you an email.
Yeah.
They tell you about
we have a little sign-in sheet with
Yeah.
information to where we can send you a monthly newsletter to let you know about other things going on in the community.
And you guys do a really good job with that monthly newsletter now. I like the layout and everything on that because they do talk about community events and stuff, and it's not just.
Usually we have our agenda on there, so it lets
Right.
you know what's going on at the meeting before you get there. If you have some free time on second Thursday, come on out. We would love to see you. We'd love to have you.
And that's at the Lions Club building on Lehman Street.
It's
And
open and
it's
welcome to
always on
everyone.
a Thursday
Yep. Second Thursday of every month.
from 11 to 12.
From 11 to 12.
We don't feed you lunch. Sometimes we do.
Our next meeting, there will be food.
That's because the Health Council, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Health Council, when we have that, you're more than welcome to come for that too. Stay for that, actually. There is a food spread that's pretty good. So
I'm working on being able to feed, but it
takes some money.
It does. It takes money.
Especially with we get a good turnout, at these meetings. So
Okay, then I'm going to jump in here and tell you something else that's happening. On the same day as the take back, we will be having our first cruise in, the Chamber will, for the year. And it will be from 4 to 7 around the courthouse square. And I've had a lot of calls about this. So
bet.
it's free. You can come there and just sit and brag about your car or talk about somebody else's car.
just don't bring any
Doesn't
drugs. That's earlier in the
No,
day.
we're not taking
So
back
I'm
anything. So, but if you have any drugs, you can take them and drop them off first and then come over to the cruise in. And like I say, this is always, a lot of drivers are wanting out right now. The weather's getting nice and I see old-time convertibles and everything riding around, and I thought, I need this for the cruise-in because we do this every year as a lead-up to the car show, which will be in September. Our cruise-ins will start in April and go through August, and then the car show will be in September. So.
And our cruise-in will be from 4 to 7.
Right.
4 to
And
7.
you just shine up your car or not shine up your car. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
you take a look at my car right now, and it's not one of these show cars or anything like that, but it's got a lot of pollen on it.
Oh, mine does too.
Mine, I mean, my roof, I looked at it, I was like, holy Moses, you know? And the windows, of course, every time you get about clean your windows, here comes, another day comes and more pollen.
My little truck's supposed to be white and it's yellow.
Yeah, I
right
saw
now.
it. I saw your, all right, yeah.
I'm a loser any way I go on that. I've washed my car 4 times in the last 3 weeks at the car wash, mainly because of pollen, and the other is I have some birds that fly under my carport, and for some reason, they think when they fly by my car, they think there's another bird in that car, so they sit on the mirrors and peck on the windows thinking it's another bird in there.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and I thought, we bought an owl and hung him up there. Now, last year, that worked. It kept them from doing it. Well, evidently, they got to know him because this year, one of them was sitting on him. So
They made friends.
Okay, you got an owl. Where did you put the owl?
I hung it up
Oh, in
on
the,
the top of
on the
the,
carport.
yeah, of the carport.
Okay. So
I guess
now
I
these
could
owls.
glue him as a hood ornament and see. It's kind of big. But anyway, this year he's not working, so I'm going to have to do something else. And then you've got pollen that blows through there, lots of it. And then I work across from a rock quarry. So there's no winner on that. There's no way to
Dust
win.
or pollen or both.
But see, let's go to the other end of the store. She's got a brown colored car too, so it's not as bad as
it's
our cars.
White.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It shows everything. It's called Autumn Pearl.
Oh, okay. I'll look for that in my crayon box.
Well, you do that. And it's got glitter in it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Crayola
that
needs to
starts
make a new color, right?
on the 25th of April will be the first cruise in, and we will have them every 4th Saturday of the month, with the exception of, there was one month where I had to change
August.
it
August, we're moving it up a week on.
right to the 3rd Saturday.
Yeah.
Because there's a conflicting car show on that date. So ours is a cruise in, and it's not going to compete with the car show, so that'll work. And I just wanted to throw that in there while we were talking about that. So that's several things in April. There's also, there is a 5K. We just had one. And now we have another one, and this is the Taylor Blanton Memorial 5K run and walk. And it will be on April 11th. And it will start at 8 o'clock, and it will be at the Art Center in the parking lot is where it will begin.
Now, our event is April 11th. What time does it start, 10?
It's from 10 to 1.
Okay, so people can go to this Taylor Blanton Memorial and come
Go run and
after.
come get you some lunch.
Because we got finished, around 9 last week, right? This past Saturday at that race. So we got finished around 9, so, yeah.
Did you have a big turnout for that?
Yes, we did. Actually, it
was
was
a
kind of,
wonderful
I think it
turnout.
was a record turnout. We
The
had,
weather wasn't good. It was cold.
No.
It
it
was
was cold.
very cold.
but, well, let's say this, we had a record registration. But the turnout was really good, though, considering
I
the weather.
thought about it. All right, then let's go now. We've got some more events coming up, and of course, I will say one thing. There is the Art Center, and of course, they always have something going on at the Art Center. But there, right now, they're on the second week. We'll be on the second week of the shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's Children of Eden. And that's a good show for anybody to come to. Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 and Sunday at 2 o'clock matinee. And then they'll be going on with their next school matinee series, which will be The Hobbit. And this will be April 29th through May 9th. And so if you have, these are school children, most of them, and if you need a field trip or you feel like you could take them, homeschoolers are welcome to go to this, you need to call the Art Center at 615-563-2787. And they'll give you all the details, or you can go on their website and Facebook too, and it'll give you that information. All right, now we're going to come into May, and I have a lady here who works year-round like I do on the car show. She works on Good Ole Days. And we have Miss Deborah Leach, and she is the director of the Senior Citizen Center in Cannon County, which I will put up there at the top of any of them that we have in the state, because our senior center is a good one. So, Deborah, you want to tell them about Good Ole Days?
It's coming quickly.
Yes, it is.
May 8th and 9th. And again, it'll be around the square, Courthouse Square. And we'll kick off at noon on Friday, the 8th. You know, May is Older Americans Month, so being a senior citizen center and hosting Good Ole Days, we can't let that go by without showcasing our seniors a little
That's
bit.
right.
So it starts at 12, and then we'll have bingo on stage for them. We have Seniors Got Talent show, and then we will have our Miss Senior pageant. So that will kick it off.
And that's on Friday.
Friday. So
Now,
we'll start at noon.
if you're setting up a booth, what are your deadlines on that? I mean, you start on Friday morning or Thursday night, or when is the setup?
Our
for it?
setup is, especially for our food vendors and our larger vendors with trailers, we set that up on Thursday evening after 4 o'clock when the courthouse closes. And then if they just have a small tent, they're going to be doing informational things at their booth. They can set up on Friday morning just so it is before 11:30.
Right.
Because we don't allow vehicles inside the square while Good Ole Days is going
No,
on.
you can't. Insurance isn't going to let
That's
you do
right.
that, is
That's
it?
right. Well, we want to be safe too.
Well, you do. You got little kids running around and
Yeah.
everything. So, yeah, they usually have a big crowd for this. And I'll probably be set up somewhere with some booth. And so listen, this has been going on for years.
50.
You know, yeah.
This is the 50th anniversary. So started in 1976 with the Bank of Commerce.
Right.
So it's
And it
50
went
years.
several years with the bank. Because I remember.
25.
Yeah.
I've been looking up the history just to kind of know about it. But yes, 25 years with the Bank of Commerce. Then there was a brief period where you took part in organizing too, didn't you, at one point?
Well, probably.
It seemed like the chamber had some role.
Some point of
but
it,
we've
anyway.
been doing it for 20,
Yeah.
the Cannon County Senior Center. And a lot of people, I had somebody in yesterday and they said, oh, I had no idea you all organized it. And I said, well, we do. It's our biggest fundraiser.
You know, you would think after all these years that they would know. Because every year I'm always amazed at how we publicize everywhere we can in this county. But there's always those people that say, well, I didn't know about it. And I thought, okay, it's been on Facebook. It's been on, it's in the paper. It's on the radio. It's on TV. And no telling where else, you know. But they'll still say, well, I don't read the paper and I don't listen to the radio and I don't do that. And I thought, well, Well, I don't know how else to get the news to you,
Right.
you know.
Well, we
But,
try.
you know, our senior center, this is their biggest fundraiser. But if you look at their monthly letter that they send out, they have, well, the international folk dancers come every year, and they're going to be here in June. And if you've never went to see them, you've really missed something because they're really enjoyable.
Yeah, we need a big crowd out for this International
Don't
Folk
we?
Fest dancers.
Keith came last year.
Yes, I came last year and I got pulled into participating. So the more crowd, no, I don't
Well,
know what
boy,
I call
I'm
it.
sorry,
I
I
don't think you
missed
can
that.
call it dancing, but yeah, the more people that come, that means the less chance that I have to get back out on that floor.
Well, I sure hate I missed that one.
I'd like to see that.
And there's a video of it somewhere, I think. I think somebody, well, I know I
I'll
was
bet
taking
you watch
pictures.
it every day.
No, I don't. I don't. That's one of those that's tucked away in a time capsule somewhere.
But you know, they also have, on April 20th, they have a Advanced Directives and Simple Wills Clinic, where they will come up and help you make out a will and tell you how to go about that and everything. And that's a free service, and it's provided by the Legal Aid Society of Middle Tennessee and the Cumberlands. They have, let me see, what else? SNAP and TennCare's Medicare Savings Program. They have information on that. Elder abuse bingo and dessert by a lot of our different businesses in Woodbury and Cannon County. They have beanbag baseball. I'm not sure what that is.
So explain
volleyball.
beanbag baseball.
It's a little like cornhole. We have a board and you toss a beanbag, but it is set up as a baseball game. And so, you know, you can get on first, second, third base, hit a home run, and we set it up with chairs. It's fun. Chair volleyball is great. We competed last year in the Senior Olympics in the Upper Cumberland and got third place in our division. So that was great. We've been playing pickleball at the community
That's
center.
right. I was going to say that.
Yes,
And that's
and-
3 days a week, isn't it?
Well, we're just doing it on Fridays.
Oh, okay.
3 Fridays this month in April, but we've been reserving the community center for that. And that's awesome that they have started those renovations and are opening it up, and we get to.
Our
we've been-
community center's great, and I
using
thank
it.
Greg Mitchell for that. I
Yeah.
do.
We've been using it
Because
since January.
they have put a pickleball field inside of there, or
Two.
two of them.
2 courts.
And they are used a lot.
Yes,
I
they
think
are.
they're booked up pretty much most of the time.
Yeah.
And it's not just kids, it's adults that are doing that.
Well,
They-
seniors.
Yeah. Well, not only that, you know, well, I consider them adults.
Oh, yes. Well, true. But we have some in
I'm
their
right
80s,
there with
80s
them, Deborah. I
playing.
know what it's. Okay, but they have several bingo classes throughout the week. They have exercise classes. They have food.
We have lunch.
And I know they always have, and I forget,
You're talking about
The
the mile
gutter
long,
Sundays or something
it's
like
a
that.
mile long banana split.
There
party.
you go.
It's in the gutter. Actually, they do use, what do you use to?
Gutter.
Yeah, you use the gutter to.
That have never been used outdoors. Never been used outdoors. we
first time I
wash
went
it
up
every
there.
year, Carolyn.
First time I went up there and they were making them in a gutter, and there was this, would you like to have some? And I says, well, yeah, but I have diabetes, so I can't use them. But I thought, I don't know if I want to eat out of a gutter or not, but okay. I'd probably eat out of worse. I don't know. Anyway.
I would probably have to dispose of the gutter every year and just get a new gutter. I'm sure the gutter guards of Tennessee would be happy with me, you know. They'd supply the gutter.
I love this one. They have a butter bean auction. They have bingo several times, scavenger hunts. Listen, they're always doing something. They have people that come in and teach you how to eat right. They have an exercise room.
They got an art class that.
Oh, they do have my
second to
niece
none.
and
Yeah.
sister-in-law go to that, so.
Yeah, we have actually 2 art classes now. We have a watercolor art as well.
That's the one that Barbara and them go to.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I got to know. Today is April the 1st.
Yes.
It's April Fool's Day.
Yes.
I noticed on your calendar here, you've got Guess the Riddle at 12 noon, but I want to know, do any of your members try to pull April Fool's Day pranks on other members on April 1st?
Not really, that I'm aware of now.
Yeah.
You know, of course, they do things I'm not always aware of. I try to be on top of it, but but not that I'm aware of. But the riddles, we have done that once before. It's a lot of fun, you know,
Yeah.
trying to guess the riddle. But no, we don't want to
April
encourage
Fool's.
that, Keith. We really
Well,
don't.
it's it's after the fact anyway when people will be watching this, so
Okay.
they'll forget about it by next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a lot of travel programs too, don't you? Because
do.
you have a lot of seniors that are very active.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we do have a travel program. We've got a few trips. We try to have a few trips going every year. We've got one right now that's been pretty popular. We've got 18 booked on it so far, and that is in October. It's a cruise to the New England area and then
Okay.
Canada, up in Nova Scotia.
Wow.
And then our bus tour is going to be in November to Shipshewana, Indiana. And everybody
Say that 3 times.
I know. I have trouble with my S's. But it's Amish country.
Right.
And they say it's very beautiful. And so we'll be going there in November. And we had an Alaska cruise that was going. And then I'll be booking some more things and maybe even a day trip pretty
Right.
soon.
You've
You
got
get
a
to go on
couple
what?
of day trips, haven't you?
You go on a lot of these trips yourself, don't you?
Some I do and some I don't. It just
Yeah.
depends on how many we have going, the time of year, our staffing, and
Yeah.
a lot of things. But I have been fortunate to go on a lot of great trips, yes. Beautiful places.
Okay. Then a couple of other things coming up in May will be, well, the Good Ole Days starts it off. It'll be the 8th and the 9th. So even if you're a vendor and you would like to maybe set up or you have an informational booth, call Deborah and see what's available.
What kind of vendors do you have this year?
Oh, we've got some new vendors and some vendors we're excited about, but we're having the same ones as well. So
Yeah.
we've got funnel cakes, we've got, of course, barbecue, we've got Cajun food, we have fresh squeezed lemonade, and then we've got some fairly new vendors that are local people just trying things like handmade soaps. They'll be doing baked goods like sourdough bread and things like that. We've got a guy doing jerky, beef jerky. He brought us by some samples. It's really good. So just different things like that. We got several craft vendors this year. Crafters here. Local.
They're always good.
Yes,
They're
very
always
good.
Last year, I think one of my favorite places to eat was the cheerleaders had a taco salad booth.
That
and
may
it
have
was
been.
great.
I think that was Pleasant View Baptist Church,
Oh,
probably.
okay.
They're going to be there again this year. Also, Ivy Bluff Community Church is doing a food booth this year as well.
Okay.
So,
Well, they have good
and
food,
of course, Plainview will be doing their bouncy houses. You said they were donating to you one, but they'll be doing those for the kids and the
Just
train.
tie those
The
down real
train.
good.
The train.
Yeah, now that's good. That is good.
Kids
Now that
love
guy,
that.
remember there was a guy, what was it, last year or maybe the year before you liked that did woodworking, remember?
Yeah.
Is he going to be there this year, you think?
I know Bobby Fletcher with
that-
his bowls will be there
Okay.
doing his woodworking. We've got another guy doing some handmade crafts. So I don't know if the particular one you're talking about will
I
be there or
can't
not.
remember
But
his name, but,
yeah.
so.
I love wooden toys. And we have a vendor here
Tanner,
at the
Mr.
Art Center.
Tanner.
Yeah. And he makes great wooden toys. Now you have to use your imagination and you have to push them by hand. So kids want something where they can push a button or it's motorized or something, but the wooden toys are one of my favorites. They really are. And then some other things that we'll be having too is Cannon County Walking Horse Memorial Day Trail Ride, which happens twice a year. And that will be happening May 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And of course, they start out at the fairgrounds and ride the horses through town and up to their campgrounds, which is up on Short Mountain. And then May 30th, you'll have the townwide yard sale around the square, and that's another really popular event. And if you want to know more about that or you would like to set up, you can call Trish at 615-427-2539. And of course, if you want to have a yard sale on that day, because usually there's a lot of people in town that come for that, you can have it in your yard and you don't have to pay anybody. But if you set up around the square, there is a fee. But that money goes to our animal control type person that does a lot for the animals that are found or just wandering around and everything, and she does a lot for that. Helps to feed them and everything because she keeps a lot of them. And then, of course, you're getting into June, and we'll talk about that next month.
Let's talk about this real quick too, May. May's going to be busy because of high school graduation stuff.
Oh, that's right.
I'll turn it
There
back
is.
over to you. We're going to be doing some things, prom promise coming up, I'd imagine. Or
So we have switched it up a little differently this year. We are bringing in a speaker to come in. His name is Mr. Nathan Ray. We are bringing him into the high school to talk to the juniors and seniors. We had him at the middle school back in Red Ribbon Week.
Yeah.
So he is coming back with a little bit of a different presentation for an older audience. And so he will be coming in and speaking with the juniors and seniors, but that will be in April. And then also in April, we are having a life maze for the students over at the high school as well, which is like a fast-paced learning environment where they are given a scenario that will lead them through the various aspects of life based on choices and consequences.
Right.
So, but for this year for Prom Promise, that is what we are doing with our students, is bringing in Mr. Nathan Ray to speak with them and educate them on substances as well as the effects of drinking and driving.
Yeah. And in May, like I said, graduation's coming up, but the day before graduation, I have to get the date. I think it's May the 14th. Graduation's on the 15th. It's on a Thursday, what the activity I'm talking about. Cannon Courier every year puts together a Hall of Fame banquet, and we give out sports awards to the high school students, athletes and stuff. So that's coming up on May the 14th, and it'll be right here at the Art Center. We'll have a pretty good little meal before we get the presentations going. We don't know who our Hall of Fame, I'll know more about that next month, and we can announce who our Hall of Fame candidates are. That'll go in. In fact, tomorrow I've got a meeting with the Hall of Fame committee, and we're going to pick out who they want to put in the Hall of Fame. So that's coming up May the 14th, I want to say. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but May the 14th is on a Thursday, and then the graduation obviously is May 15th. So that'll be a very busy week. A week after Good Ole Days. Yep, that's how it usually rolls.
That's why we moved Good Ole Days, why we have to move it around is the school schedule.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then we're kind of leaving out I think it's the week of the 24th, 25th, maybe the week after or the week before that they go on the senior trip.
Yeah, they'll be going on a senior trip here probably
This week.
before. Yeah, it's going to be coming up
Because prom
soon.
is here.
Okay. Put that down.
And the reason why I remember that is because the ball teams don't try to schedule a lot of games during that week because their seniors are out if they've got a senior-laden
So this
Team.
is the senior trip.
senior trip, yeah. Right after testing, so to speak.
Prom's on the 24th, right, the day before drug take back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of things happening
We're a
one day
busy
after.
Cannon County.
Yeah, county's always busy.
Cannon County's
Come
hopping.
around March, you got to start seeing things happening because the
Yeah.
weather gets a little bit better and whatnot, so.
Ladies, I thank both of you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
for
it's
having
very
us.
interesting to hear all the things that are planned. I love it when there's a lot of stuff going on. I do. I will say this. One thing that we just finished up was the Princess Ball.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, it was a good event. We didn't have as many as we did last year, but it may have been because it fell right there at maybe the wrong time, spring break. But we still had a big turnout. A lot of little girls came in here. Well, some bigger girls too. We had a great DJ from the high school, Macy Clement.
Yeah. Yep.
She did a good job.
I talked to her after the thing was over, and she said, I did this as a favor for Miss House. And I said, you didn't want to trade places with me that night because I was DJing another event up in Murfreesboro. And oh my goodness, my hair was about ready to be torn out. I thought it was college kids. No, these were high school kids. And kind of, I knew what Macy was going through, but yeah, she did a good job from what I understand.
She did, because little girls are hard to DJ for because they're going to worry you about what you're playing. And some of the songs, we told her before, I says, nothing inappropriate, There was a couple of songs they requested that I believe Beth may have told them that was not appropriate. And so that was a good thing. But it was a good ball, and we had great food. John House made the food, the barbecue and everything, and then all the ladies at the Lions Club bring items to eat, and desserts and everything. So nobody goes home hungry. And there's a lot of dancing. We have disco lights here in the hall. I guess you could call it dancing, some of it. A lot of it is little girls like to chase the lights. And then they do. They just come
Or
in
they
and
like to
chase.
jump in one place. Just
Yeah.
stand around and jump.
But it's all right. It's their
Yeah.
dance if they want, however they want to do it. But I did see some dads in here and some grandpas. And we have some that bring both, their dad and their grandpa. So
Well, that's good.
it
That's
is.
sweet.
It's good. It's a good thing. I enjoy that. And that is put on not by the chamber, because I'm a member of the Lions Club also, and I chair that particular program. But the Lions Club is the one who puts that on every year. So that's about all I've got to tell you, and I guess what I'll do is wish you a very happy Easter, and we'll see you again next month, hopefully.